do at home by myself on a regular basis as well, so hopefully you'll find it helpful. For practice, it may be helpful for you to find a block if you have a block at home. If you don't, a big book will work just fine as a replacement. You may want a strap. So if you have a strap, or if you have a sweater or a scarf or something that kind of resembles a strap that you can roll up and use, that may be helpful for you as well. And then I'm sitting on a blanket. You may find a blanket helpful for practice today. And really any blanket will do. If it's one of these flatter blankets, it's probably going to work a little bit better for you for practice. So when you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Begin to focus on your breath going in and out of your nostrils. And once you have that breath focus, begin to relax the space between your eyebrows and start to notice the parts of you that are connecting with the ground. Maybe the sides of your calf muscle, your sits bones, your thighs, your glutes. Start to draw special attention to that space. Just simply breathing and connecting with your breath. Begin to start to deepen your breath, taking longer inhales and exhales. Direct that breathing down to your belly. Perhaps the feedback of a hand on your belly would be something that would be helpful. One more inhale. Pay special attention to this exhale. Really allow all the air in your body to go out. On your next inhale, begin to allow your arms to raise on up around your body and up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, allow your arms to come down to your knees once more. We will repeat this 2 more times. Inhale first, start the inhale, then allow your arms to rise on up, and then exhale, arms down to your sides. One more time, inhale, and exhale. On this next inhale, begin to prepare to turn. Inhale your arms on up above your head, and then exhale over, twisting to your right. Take an inhale and an exhale. On your next inhale, take your arms up above your head. Exhale, twist to the other side. Make it be a gentle twist at this time, just really warming up our bodies to begin practice. Inhale your arms up above your head, and then exhale, arms to heart space. Allow your eyes to flutter closed. Perhaps you'll set an intention for your practice today. Make sure that intention is simple, something that you can call back to at any point during our practice today. Once you've had your intention set for practice, begin to come up to hands and knees. You'll probably want to take whatever you're sitting on and remove that. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see. Set your shoulders and hands in alignment and knees and hips in alignment. Draw your lower belly in first and find that tabletop position. And then on your inhale, begin to drop your belly, lift your chest for your cow pose, and exhale, press the mat away for cat spine. So allow your body to follow your breath as you go back and forth, inhaling and exhaling, finding that space in your spine, really beginning to open that up. Inhales and exhales. Maybe you find additional movements is something that your body's calling for, perhaps barrel rolls, or just simple cow cats. That's perfect for starting practice today. Find another cycle to even out, and then come back to your neutral tabletop. In your neutral tabletop, we're going to begin to kick our right leg back behind us. So first, find lightness in your hands, flex that foot, and then begin to take your left arm up off the ground. So opposite arm, opposite leg, and hold there just for a moment, drawing your lower belly in. And then begin to pull your knee and your elbow together underneath you and cat spine your back, and then press away. So inhale, and then exhale out. One more time. Inhale, and then exhale out. Find stability here first. Take your left palm back to the earth, and then cross your right leg over your left and look back at your foot. And flex that foot, make sure you're really leaning back, opening up that side body. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale your leg back behind you, and then we'll set up for the other side. So find stability in your tabletop first, and then begin to draw your left leg up and back, flexing that foot, and take your right arm out in front of you. Find stability here, drawing your lower belly in. Make sure your hips are really even, and then begin to draw elbow to knee on your inhale, and then press the mat away on your exhale. 2 more times. Hold there for just 1 moment. Find your right palm to the mat and cross your left leg over. Take a gaze back at your foot and hold just for a moment. Inhale, and then exhale. Come back up to your neutral spine tabletop and begin to walk your palms forward just a bit. We're moving toward puppy dog pose. We leave our hips lifted as we begin to draw our forehead or chin down to the mat. On your next inhale, begin to come back up and forward, moving toward our Sphinx pose. So find your forearms on the mat. Really draw your lower belly in and up towards your spine, and lift your shoulders away from each other, spreading that collarbone. Take your gaze up. Gentle back bend in your Sphinx. Take an inhale and then exhale down to the mat just for 1 moment. Take your hands back towards your rib cage. Peel your heart up off the mat for your cobra. Inhale, and then exhale, press back down toward the mat. Curl your toes under, press the mat away, high plank, and then back to your first down dog of the day. Maybe walking your dog out, feet back and forth, opening up in those hamstrings. First down dog of the day, we want to make sure that we really have a gentle or a generous bend in our knees, and we're spreading our fingers really wide on the mat, but making sure not to lock our elbows. Take 1 moment here in your down dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. On your next inhale, you will roll forward to high plank. And begin to really focus on your breathing here. And then on your exhale, press back down dog. Lift those hips to the back of the room. Begin to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Fold forward, maybe grasp opposite elbows. Back and forth in your ragdoll forward fold. Let your neck go. On your next inhale, flatten your back, pull your shoulder blades together for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward just for one moment. Make sure you're grounding through your feet, bend through your knees and hips, lift your arms up above your head. Big inhale, standing. Exhale, hands come to heart space. All right, a couple more sun A's. Inhale, your arms up above your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step your feet back. High plank. Take your knees down to the mat first. Body follows. Inhale, your heart up, cobra. Exhale, body comes forward. Curl your toes under, press up, high plank, back to down dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then hop, step, or float your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press through your feet. Rise on up. Hands come to heart space on your exhale. 2 more times, a little faster this time. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward, plant hands. Step your feet back, high plank. Lower halfway to chaturanga. Press up, up dog, and back to down dog. One moment in your down dog. Step or float your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, fold forward. Rise on up, inhale, exhale, hands to heart space. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands meet the mat. Step your feet back and take your flow. Meeting in down dog. We'll stay here in our down dog. Ground your hands. Find your feet. Maybe your heels begin to stretch toward the mat. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Exhale, your foot up to meet your hands. And pause here for a moment in your lunge. Take an inhale. Inhale your heart forward. And exhale back. Plant your left hand. And take your right arm to the ceiling, low lunge twist. Inhale. Exhale, hand down to meet the mat. Step your foot back. Take your flow. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, hand and feet in alignment. Low lunge. Inhale your heart space forward. Exhale back to evenness. Plant your right hand. Lift left arm to the ceiling. Take an inhale and an exhale. Hand comes down to the mat. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Fold forward. Rise on up, chair. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart space. And begin to twist to the right. Do not bind. Come back to center. Really draw those abdominals in. Twist to the left. And back to center. Fold forward. Inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, rise on up. Hands above your head. Clasp your hands, point your finger to the ceiling, and then begin side body to the right. Come back to center. Side body comes to the left. Back to center. Stretch on up, hands above your head. Fold forward. Plant hands, step your feet back. Press back directly to down dog. So we're gonna do a couple of flows a little quicker this time. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Foot comes up to meet your hands, spin your back heel down. Open up, warrior two. Take an inhale. Exhale, left palm to the mat. Pop that back heel up. Raise your right arm to the sky again. Exhale, knee down, hand behind you, and begin to come on up to low lunge. Hands come down to the mat on your exhale. Press back, runner's lunge. Walk your hands over to the side. Spin on your knee. Right foot meets the mat. Inhale, open, stargazer pose. Side body very long. Exhale back to the front. Bend into your right knee. Lizard lunge. Take a moment here in your lizard. An inhale and an exhale. Plant both hands. Pop that back heel up. Take your right leg back behind you. Maybe you float your foot as you take your flow. We'll all meet back, down dog. Inhale, left leg behind you. Exhale, your foot up to meet your hands. Warrior two, opposite side. Take an inhale. Exhale, right arm to the mat. Pop that back heel up. Open on up. Low lunge, twist. Exhale, your hand behind you, knee comes down, rise on up, low lunge. Exhale, your hands down to the mat, press back, runner's lunge. Inhale, walk your hands over to the right, spin around, heel comes down, stargazer, opposite side. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into that left knee. Lizard lunge. Take a moment here in your lizard. Hands come around to frame that foot. Pop that right heel back. Step your foot back to take your flow. We'll meet back down dog. Right leg lifts behind you, bend at the knee, open the hip, make sure both hands are really pressing into the ground. All right, bring your knee to nose, press back, three-legged dog, knee to nose, step your foot between your hands, rise on up, high lunge, hands come above your head. Exhale, strong cactus arms, really open up that chest to the ceiling. And then hands come to heart space. From here, we're going to twist. Find left elbow on the outside of right knee. Press to your low twist. Take an inhale, and then exhale your hands back up to the ceiling. Really begin to straighten out that right leg. Maybe the left foot heel comes down to the mat. Rise up, both hands above your head. Exhale, forward, pyramid pose. Take a moment here in your flat back pyramid, and then hands come down to the mat. Knee comes close to your head. Take an inhale, and then begin to bend back in that right knee and rise on up, high lunge once more, and then hands come down to the mat. Step your foot back, take your flow. Meet back, down dog. Left heel lifts, bend at the knee, open the hip. Feel that hip open first, then bring knee to nose, press back, three-legged dog, knee to nose, step your foot between your hands. Slowly rise up, high lunge. Take an inhale, press through the ball of your foot. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift your chest. And then hands come to heart space. Begin to move to your twist. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Rise on up, high lunge. Track that left knee back. Set on up. Inhale up. Exhale, flat back, pyramid pose. Take an inhale first. Exhale, hands to mat. Bend back into that front knee. High lunge once more. And then hands come to mat. Step your foot back and you'll take your flow. Take an inhale and then begin to walk your feet up to your hands. And we're gonna come up to stand and I'm gonna spin to face you. So now we're gonna do a couple of standing poses. So begin to draw into your right foot. Ankle, knee, hip comes in alignment. We're moving to tree pose. First, we're going to bring our knee into our chest, and then here. Tree, hands come out to the side. Press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot. And pause here for a moment. Feel the groundedness of your foot below you. Disattach your foot, hug your knee into your chest once more, and then set your foot down. We'll just set up for the other side immediately. Make sure you're really grounding through that left foot now. Ankle, knee, and hip are in alignment. Take your knee up first, and then in to your thigh, or below your knee, or a tripod with the foot on the ground, just not on your knee in tree. Take an inhale. Feel the grounded nature of your left foot below you. Find a drishti or a point on the floor that is not moving. And then maybe hands come to heart space. Inhale, and then exhale. Take your foot off of your leg, bring your knee, hug it into your chest once more, and set your foot down on the ground. We'll move now to our knees so we can set up for camel prep pose. So we'll just do camel prep today for a heart opener. So take your hands behind you. I'll twist to the side so you can see. Take your hands behind you. Palms are facing up if you can, and press them into your back. From here, really make sure you're drawing your abdominal muscles back towards your spine, and begin to inhale your chest and heart open to the ceiling. Just feeling that openness across your collarbone, really drawing in your abdominal muscles, maybe allowing your head to come back, just for a little tiny camel today. Take an inhale, and then exhale down and forward. We want to neutralize that back bend. Take your hands together, and then lift back up to tripod cat. One more inhale and an exhale. Optional arm balance for anybody that wants to do an arm balance today. I just want you up on your hands, whatever that looks like for you. I'm gonna do Ekapada 2, so I'll set that up for you. You really wanna make sure that you get your knee up towards your elbow, and then begin to float that back foot. And then the other one comes off the ground. I'm gonna press back. Just do that on the other side for balance. And then press on up and back to your down dog once more. Lift your right leg. We're moving toward pigeon on your front. If you know that does not work for your body, flip over, supine pigeon. From here, we will come down and forward. And take a moment in your pigeon. On your next inhale, begin to come on up. Really open that heart first, and then press through your hands, and then back up to three-legged dog once more. Maybe circle out that hip. Set your foot on the ground. Raise your left leg behind you. If you're supine on your back, begin to switch to the other side. Maybe glance back at your foot, make sure it's in the right spot. Inhale, chest open, and then begin to come down. Forearms or all the way down. Begin to come on up. Roll onto your hip, bring your leg out in front of you, and begin to come back, locating both your strap and your block for our supine series. So from here, you're gonna either take a strap or, like I said, a scarf or a blanket and put it around your foot. Take your left leg out in front of you and begin to draw your right leg back towards your head just for a moment, really trying to open up those hamstrings. Take an inhale, then bend your knee and open up for half happy baby, strap assisted. Take your left hand to your left hip bone and make sure that you're giving that feedback to press it back to the ground. One inhale. And then exhale up your foot toward the ceiling. And then we'll just switch to the other side. Right leg comes down to the ground. Really flex your foot and pull back towards your face. Take an inhale and then exhale. Bend into your knee, half happy baby with the strap. Take your right hand, press your hip into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your foot up to the ceiling once more. Remove the strap. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock back and forth. Open your spine up. And we're going to move to supported bridge pose. So again, block. Maybe you don't need to do supported bridge. If you don't have a block, you can just do regular bridge. So make sure your feet are on the mat. You can feel your heels with your hand. Begin to lift up if you're doing supported bridge, and place your block on your sacrum, the base of your spine, and begin to tilt your pelvis forward toward the front of the room. If you aren't doing supported bridge, maybe you take your hands and hold on to the outside of your mat to make sure that your shoulders are tracking back and towards each other. If you're supported only, begin to take your legs out in front of you if you would like, if that feels good on your spine, so that you can feel the psoas stretch as well. On your next natural inhale, allow your feet to come back to the mat. Press through your feet a bit, remove that block. Give yourself one final hug. You're moving toward final Shavasana. Allow your legs to come out in front of you, or if constructive rest is better for your Shavasana, it is for mine. Knees come together, feet wide, hands on the mat, palms open. Shavasana. Begin to come back to your body. Take an inhale and an exhale. On your next inhale, draw your knees into your chest. Again, maybe circling around just a bit. When you're ready, come on up to a comfortable seat. We'll close practice the way that we started today. Close your eyes, bring your hands to heart space, and begin to focus on your breath again. We'll all take an inhale together. Inhale and exhale. Thank you all for sharing your practice today with me. Hope you're getting by in these times with a little yoga in your home. Namaste. Thanks. What happened? Did it die? Also, this turned off, so I had no idea how long that was.
It's 52 minutes.